Coming up, UCO recognizes Veterans Day on campus. Plus, supply chain issues are hitting close to home. And a sunny weekend ahead. We'll have more in your UCentral weather update, all happening at 4:30. Honoring those who have served this Veterans Day, the dedication of a special statue was held yesterday on campus.
It's a representation of military-connected students and depicts 2 UCO students who lost their lives in combat. Garrett Holsworth visited the statue today. Garrett?
Hey everybody, it's good to be talking to you right now. I'm right behind the Melton Gallery next to Plunkett Park, where the Tried and True statue has just been unveiled. It's for Gary Alsum. It was unveiled by the National Sculptors Guild. Now behind it is a student to show you that they are civilians. These veterans are people too, and that's what this day is about. We're celebrating them. You've got this little plaque over here that talks about it. It's a great engraving. You can smell a lot of the fried food that's going on from all the organizations that are cooking over there. There was some breakfast this morning. There was some eggs. There were some pancakes. There's even an organization playing a Tiny Hoops basketball game over there if you want to get involved. But yeah, this is a great statue, guys. It's a sunny day. It's beautiful out here. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Garrett. The families of Jarrett Avey and Sergeant Ryan Wood, the men depicted in the statue, were at the ceremony. After the dedication and viewing of the memorial, a Veterans Day program was held for the families and those in attendance.
And today we went around campus and asked students why Veterans Day is important.
It's important to me because a lot of our veterans actually gave their lives or gave limbs to serve this nation and help out others. I would love to acknowledge my grandfather. May he rest in peace. He was in the United States Navy during Vietnam War.
There's so many people here that are young that are serving our country, and people that in my family. So it's really cool that people make that sacrifice. Some of them don't get to come home. Some of them do. So it's a good day to honor that sacrifice and keep them in our minds.
I think Veterans Day is important because it's all about celebrating not only what makes our country great, the freedoms that we have, but celebrating the men and women that have sacrificed so much to give us those freedoms and to maintain those freedoms.
And the First Americans Museum is looking to add tribal veterans and service members to their archives. All veterans and service members with an ID get in free today through Sunday. Military members of the 39 tribal nations in Oklahoma can bring documentation of service to be added to their Making History archive. And MC, for anyone going out to celebrate Veterans Day today, what can they expect?
Thank you, Courtney. It is beautiful outside. That is what they can expect. The winds are pretty small, but the sun is out. It's very beautiful outside. 63 degrees here on campus. It's pretty fair, pretty cloudy as well. The sun is out, though. It's very, very beautiful with those fall leaves as well. We have a west wind of 9 miles per hour. Humidity is sitting at 29%, and it does feel like the big number on the screen, 60. Happy Veterans Day to all my vets out there. Thank you so much for serving. But going back to the weather, beautiful fall weather. Like I said, those leaves are changing colors. It's very red and orange out there. A little bit of yellow too. Sunny for the rest of the week, and it's going to be below freezing temperatures we're going to see some below freezing temperatures going into Friday night into Saturday morning. Now let's go ahead and look at the temperatures across 63 here in OKC, 59 up in Guyman. Enid is sitting at 63. Ponca City sitting at 61, 64 in Idabel, 65 in Ardmore, and 67 in Altus. Now that's all I have for you right now. Make sure you stay tuned for the rest of your forecast. Back to you.
Thanks, MC. And now we're going to take a look at COVID-19 on campus. UCO is reporting 14 active cases Wednesday. UCO says just over 1,200 people in the UCO community have recovered from the virus. UCO has seen just over 1,200 total cases since last August. New numbers have not been updated because of the holiday, but we do expect to see an update tomorrow. And now the State Department of Health is reporting 265 new cases across Oklahoma today. Right now we have over 5,100 active cases in the state. 399 Oklahomans are hospitalized with the virus. 130 are in the ICU. Once again, these are yesterday's numbers because of the holiday today.
And getting Oklahomans vaccinated. According to the latest data from the CDC, nearly 61% of Oklahomans have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Nearly 51% are fully vaccinated, and 14% of those fully vaccinated have received their booster dose. And the Oklahoma City County Health Department closed today and tomorrow to honor veterans and public health heroes. But beginning Monday, they will begin administering the COVID-19 vaccine for children as young as 5. Right now, only the Pfizer vaccine is approved for kids.
And Governor Kevin Stitt is directing OSDH to stop issuing birth certificates with non-binary designation. This move comes despite a settlement agreement in a civil case in which the agency agreed to issue the certificates. Stitt also directed state lawmakers to pass legislation next year to specifically prohibit the issuance of birth certificates with non-binary designations. And the city of Edmond says the train track crossings at 1st and 3rd Street will be closed starting Monday. Crews will be making repairs to the tracks. The city expects the work is scheduled to be completed by next Friday. If this is a part of your daily commute, you should expect delays.
And UCO took first place at the Health Education Regional Competition. The public health team participated in the 2021 National Case Study. The competition consisted of 9 teams from 8 different universities. Team members Mariah Contino, Avery Geist, and Michelle Romero will go on to compete in the national competition in the spring of 2022. And a UCO student is approaching unemployment from an innovative stance. Thanks to the pandemic, finding a job has never been harder, but a new app will help remote workers soon.
The application is going to create more remote jobs for people. It's like a job searching website. We're in the pandemic and a lot of people are jobless. I came up with the idea because I was searching for remote jobs myself.
There will be a launch party tonight from 7 to 11 p.m. at the patio on 2nd Street in Edmond, where the grand unveiling will take place.
Selling sweet treats to raise money. UCO says the Bronco Robotics Club is holding a bake sale next week. The bake sale will be Monday through Friday from noon to 3 p.m. This is near the food court in the Nye, and UCO says all proceeds will support the club. And helping the community this holiday season with a food drive, the Oklahoma City Zoo is teaming up with local Boy Scouts and the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma in a canned food drive to help the fight to end hunger. If you donate any can or box of non-perishable food, you will receive free access to the zoo's Dino Safari. This offer ends November 21st. And coming up, the price of turkey is on the rise. How can this affect your holiday meal?
And MC will have your weather weekend forecast after the break.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
You may have noticed a lack of supplies while you've gone shopping recently.
Many businesses are having trouble finding access to resources. Small businesses in particular are taking a hard hit without the large supply networks bigger businesses have.
A lot of
material in, such as windows and, flooring, whatever it may be. Everything's just kind of on back order, and it makes it harder on everyone else to get their job done because we're all waiting for stuff, so it kind of puts everyone behind and slows everything down.
Lack of workers, equipment, and a boom in demand have been the main factors so far. And according to the Labor Department, the cost of living in the U.S. rose to its highest level in more than 30 years last month. The Consumer Price Index rose 6.2% from last year. The department says rising gas prices fueled the increase. And be prepared to pay a little extra for your Thanksgiving dinner this year. The cost of the annual holiday meal is expected to rise about 3.4%. Analysts say turkey prices have been flying upwards recently. The USDA says frozen turkey prices are up about 22% from last year.
And the U.S. Postal Service is gearing up for the busiest time of the year. USPS says it's ready to deliver your packages on time. This comes after the unveiling of a 10-year plan earlier this year. That plan includes changes to the length that first-class mail delivery times and cuts to post office hours. USPS says the changes have no effect on about 60% of first-class mail and nearly all periodicals. And with this weather going on, it's definitely been a lot nice. So you definitely will be able to get those packages pretty soon. MC, what does the weather look like coming up this week?
Well, thank you, Tyler. For this week, it's going to be very, very pretty for the rest of the week. But for today, clear skies, a little bit of wind, but not that much. Let's go ahead and look at the weather headlines for right now. Weather headlines, happy Veterans Day to all my vets out there. Thank you so much for serving. Beautiful fall weather today. We have those leaves changing color, red, orange, yellow. It's looking very, very beautiful out there. We have a slight wind. We'll get to that in a second. Sunny for the rest of the week, but we will see some below freezing temperatures Friday night going into Saturday morning. Now, the big number here on campus, 63 degrees, pretty fair, pretty cloudy, but the sun is still out. It still feels very, very good outside. We have a west wind 9 miles per hour. Humidity sitting at 29%, and it does feel like the big number on the screen. Now, the temperatures across the state, 63 here in the metro, 62 in Clinton, 67 down in Altus, 64 over there in Ida Bell, 65 in Ardmore, 59 up in Guyman, and 57 in Miami. Now, the temperatures for tonight is going to get pretty cool. 43 degrees for the low tonight. Partly cloudy. We'll see the moon, but not too much. Have a south wind at 6 miles per hour, 62% humidity, and no chance of rain tonight. Now, the temperatures for tonight, we're going to see 43 here in the metro, 44 up in Tulsa. We have some low 30s in the north and northwest side of Oklahoma. So 30 up in Guyman, 39 in Ponca City, 36 in Woodward, 39 down in Ida Bell, and then 40 over here in Altus, 42 in Lawton. Now, for tomorrow, those temperatures are going to stay around 50 and 60 degrees. As you can see here, on the map, 60 and 60 here in Ardmore and Lawton, 61 in Altus, 63 in Ida Bell, 49 in Miami is going to be the coolest in Oklahoma. Here up in Guyman be 57, 57 in Clinton as well, and 54 here in the metro, Enid and Tulsa. Now, the forecast for tomorrow be pretty cool, 73 degrees, 7 a.m. cloudy, but we're going to see that sun come out during lunchtime at noon, 53 degrees, and then 7 p.m. going into nighttime is going to be 45 degrees. Now, you guys can watch the stars, but it's going to be pretty cold, so make sure you have a blanket, jacket, anything like that to keep you warm. The 7-day forecast is what we have right here. It's Veterans Day. I have all those flags up there. This is the 7-day. Thursday, 63. Friday is going to be 54. Saturday is going to be 59. Sunday is going to be 61. 65 on Monday. Tuesday to be 72, and then Wednesday be 66. Now, that's all I have for you. Make sure you check back to see what what I have rest for you. Thank you, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, MC. What if you could go back in time in history or just listen to a reimagined version of a popular album? I will have the answers after this.
things we do or say can make others feel hurt,
Such a weirdo.
excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead, and here is your social media update and an update on the Astroworld tragedy that took place in Houston, Texas last weekend. Today it was announced that another concertgoer died last night, bringing the death toll to 9. She was a student at Texas A&M University and attended the concert with her cousin and younger sister. Astroworld was a music festival featuring Travis Scott. Last Friday, the event saw approximately 50,000 people enter, but once the concert started, people were trampled and yelling for Scott to stop the concert. Authorities are still investigating what exactly went on during the concert, and lawsuits are being filed against Travis Scott and his team. And one of the top trending topics today is Red Taylor's version. Album will feature re-recorded songs from the original album as well as new songs. All Too Well, a single off the album, will get a short film adaptation with Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien as the lead characters. Starting tomorrow, you can watch the film on YouTube, and you can stream the album on anywhere you listen to music at midnight tonight. And the Christmas Queen and the fast food chain are teaming up for a special Mariah menu next month. From December 13th through the 24th, McDonald's is giving away a free-ish food day. Customers have to buy at least a $1 item and order on the McDonald's app to get the getaway. Items on the Mariah menu include a Big Mac, pancakes, and chocolate chip cookies. In the past, McDonald's has had success partnering with celebrities like BTS, Travis Scott, and J Balvin. And the metaverse, a possible way we can connect in a virtual world environment through VR headsets and special lenses. If you are a gamer, what does this mean for you? I found the answers with the esports arena here on campus.
You know, executives from Facebook talk about like a time scale of 5, 10, 15 years down the line where some of the concepts that are illustrated in that trailer where Mark Zuckerberg is in outer space playing cards, where those concepts could be realized in that time scale of 10 to 15 or 5 to 15 years. It's really hard to say that like, no, this is totally impossible on that time scale. Do I think that VR is going to come into the space of esports? I think is another question entirely. I personally don't really see esports trending toward VR in general. I'm a VR skeptic in general, and I don't see an inevitable rise of VR to surpass or envelop all existing forms of media, including gaming. I don't see VR as the inevitable endpoint of gaming writ large. There's a distinct possibility that there's a limit to how far the adoption of the metaverse or any other VR technology is ultimately going to go. Could an esport transpire within a VR setting in the next 5, 10, 15 years? It's impossible to say that it can't, but there's so many obstacles in the way of it right now that I don't personally see this happening anytime soon. A lot would need to change about the current landscape of VR and esports for that kind of paradigm shift to take place.
You can visit the esports arena here on campus off of University next to Textbook Brokers. They have several tournaments that take place there, so make sure you visit their UCO webpage for more information, and we will keep you up to date with the topic of the metaverse. And speaking of augmented realities, it looks like we will be able to look at a historical setting in the digital realm soon. Microsoft and Greece's Ministry of Culture and Sport are coming together to create an immersive tour of the ancient religious sanctuary of Olympia, where the Olympics were originally held. There will also be a mobile app that will present these recreations of temples from this time period. What do you think of this innovation? I hope you all have a great day. Courtney, what do we have coming up?
And after the break, Jackson is going to have your sports updates on UCO football, wrestling, and basketball after this.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, Bronco fans. I'm Jackson Rowbottom, and this is your sports update. UCO Wrestling put a smackdown on Oklahoma City University last night as they took home a commanding win, amassing 48 points and holding OCU at 0. UCO was able to get 9 bonus points, while OCU was deducted a team point. UCO posted 4 falls and got 5 bonus wins in their domination of the OCU squad as well. The UCO wrestling squad will be traveling to Poto, Oklahoma this weekend for the Carl Albert Open, scheduled to begin November 13th at 9 a.m. UCO will take the gridiron one more time this season as they prepare for their last outing of the season against Central Missouri. The Broncos, regardless of the outcome, will be finishing the season with a losing record as they are 4-6 going into their last game. UCO will be looking to end the season on a good note, though, against the 3-7 Central Missouri Mules. This will be a good final outing to get some momentum moving into the offseason. And this last hurrah for UCO is scheduled for Saturday, November 6th at 1 p.m. And conversely, the basketball season for 2021-2022 is underway, and your men's basketball squad will open their official season against Northwestern Oklahoma State. This game marks a 3-game home stretch for a UCO squad that shows all the signs of a formidable team, as they were able to hang tough with a talented Oklahoma State team a week ago. Tip-off for the season opener will be at Hamilton Fieldhouse.
The Sooners and the Cowboys will both be in action this week as they look to continue their impressive seasons. OU is up first as they will go on the road against the Baylor Bears at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Caleb Williams and the Sooners will look to make big plays offensively against the stingy Baylor defense. OSU, meanwhile, will host TCU Saturday night at 7 p.m. Oklahoma State's defense has been remarkable this year and has been a driving force toward a successful Cowboy season.
And some wardrobe changes happening in the NFL this week with the most recent signings. Odell Beckham Jr., formerly of the Cleveland Browns, was signed by the Los Angeles Rams today after being cut by the Browns last week. OBJ joins a loaded Rams squad that has aspirations of winning the NFC and possibly more this year. In other news, Cam Newton will be returning to the Carolina Panthers, where he spent the vast majority of his career. Cam played for the New England Patriots last year, but was cut before the start of the season. Newton now joins a Panthers team in desperate need to help at the quarterback position.
And in your Thursday night football, Week 10 of the NFL kicks off tonight with the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are 2-7 this year and are in dire need of an upset win at home. The Ravens, meanwhile, are 6-2 and need a win to stay on top of the AFC North. Kickoff is set for 7:20 p.m.
And coming up, we're going to toss things over to MC with your last look at weather, so stay tuned.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I don't know about you, Tyler, but it's one of my favorite times of year when we see the leaves change on the trees. I love the red, just in time for Taylor's version of red coming tonight, and you have the red tie on as well.
Yes, I do. I'm also excited about these temperatures. It's been really nice in the 60s. But MC, what do we have coming up this week in the forecast?
Thank you, Tyler and Courtney. That is right. The temperature is coming down, but those skies are big. Trees are very, very beautiful as well. Let's go ahead and take a last look at your weather. Now, 7-day forecast, as you can see, is Veterans Day. Thursday, 63. Friday is going to be 54. Saturday is going to be 59. Sunday, 61. Monday, it'll be 65. And then Tuesday, 72. Wednesday, to be 66. Now, let's go ahead and look at the temperatures for tonight. 43 is going to be the temperature for tonight. Partly cloudy. Have a south wind at 6 miles per hour. Humidity is be 62%, and we won't see a chance of rain. Now, the temperatures across the state for tonight will be 43 here in the metro, 36 in Woodward, 38 in Enid, 40 up in Miami, 39 in Idabel, 43 in McAllister, 37 in Clinton. Now, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, MC. And would you like vodka fries with that? That's the question Arby's has for its customers. The fast food giant is releasing 2 limited edition alcoholic drinks.
The 2 drinks are Arby's Curly Fry Vodka and Arby's Crinkle Fry Vodka. Officials say both drinks taste like their namesake fries. The 80-proof potato-based liquor will make its debut in 1 week. The price tag for a bottle is about $60.
I don't know how I feel about that. I know I definitely love French fries, but in vodka form, that seems very interesting. I know it's coming out of Florida. I think it's exclusively for Florida, but I think it's just interesting PR that Arby's is doing. But hey, if it gets them the boost that they need. I just know I love their curly fries.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes, like, how far is too far? And did anyone really ask for this in the first place?
I don't really think anyone really asked for it because it is the holiday season. I would much rather have like pumpkin spice or like something hot chocolate related.
Apple cider or something.
Yes, apple cider. I love apple cider this time of year. But that's all we have for this edition of UCentral News. I'm Tyler Whitehead.
And I'm Courtney Hall. Have a great weekend, Edmond.